Welcome back to my channel, Cindy Says. Stay tuned for the next 10 money saving tips.
Cindy says, Cindy says, Cindy says, yeah, Cindy says, work it out though, work it out. Nothing moves till you move, work it out. Finance looking right, work it out though. Mind and your body right, work it out though, work it out though, work it out. Nothing moves till you move, work it out. Finance looking right, work it out though. Mind and your body right, work it out though. Hard work, smart work it out though. If it takes a little time, work it out slow.
Tip number 1, start using your leftovers. I know, we always say we don't eat leftovers, but we need to, and we should, and we better start now. You know the leftovers are good because you're the person that generally cooked them. Just cook a little bit more than what you normally would and take that to lunch. The average American right now is spending $15 to $17 a day per lunch, just for your lunch. You can save hundreds of dollars a month just taking your leftovers for lunch. Then you can use that money toward the new car payment or toward paying some old bills. So tip number 1, let's get back and start taking our leftovers. Sorry, DoorDash. Tip number 2, using the ATMs. You need to do just a little research and find out what ATM is charging you to use your card. If you are going to an ATM that is not associated with your bank, 9 times out of 10 you're being charged fees for using the ATM and for being out of network. Take the time to find out what other banks your bank have a relationship, and see if they have shared branching, because sometimes they have relationships with totally different banks, or in case credit unions, totally different credit unions, where they do shared branching and the fees are either minimum or none. So if you are spending more than $3 a month on ATM fees, you're wasting money. What we're doing in this video, we're taking the money that we have and we're helping ourselves create money from the money that we already have. So if you're spending more than $3 a month on ATM fees, cut it. Get right online and find out where your bank or your credit union has a relationship with, what other places they have a relationship with. Tip number 3, believe it or not, there are actually credit cards that do not have annual fees. Those annual fees can get up there, $99 a year, $69 a year, $129 a year. Take the time to find out what credit cards do not have any annual fees. And if you have an annual fee with a credit card and you've had that credit card for some time, call the particular company and ask if they waive that fee. Again, that $69 could go toward paying another bill, or paying that car note, or paying for the new house. Just take the time to call, and if they don't want to waive the fee, see how long you've had the relationship with the institution, and look at not using the card as much, and then wait about 6 months and call back and see if they changed their tune since you're not using their card anymore. That is tip number 3. Tip number 4, we have not decided to get rid of all our fun. Let's still do us a few vacations here and there. I'm actually creating like a healthy, financially healthy way to travel, and to teach you guys how to travel on a budget but still not be staying at a Red Roof Inn. One of my first tips is go take a vacation off season and plan your vacation at least 12 months in advance so you can get the best deal possible. After all, you do work. You do deserve a little bit small vacation to reward yourself for working so hard. The tip is just plan ahead so you don't have to pay the high rates for the room or the high rates for the hotel. That is tip number 4. No, high rate for the room and high rate for the airplane ticket. That's tip number 4. Tip number 5, the Joneses. Don't waste your time keeping up with the Joneses. 9 times out of 10, the Joneses can't keep up with the Joneses. Don't let social media poison your mind. You may even have to consider getting off social media for a while, because people will fool you on social media into believing they have all these great lives, they have all this extra money to spend, they buying Cadillacs when they're really with their uncle's Cadillac and they're still driving that Journey van that they were driving the last time you saw them. Don't waste your time keeping up with the Joneses. Become the Joneses. Use your money wisely. Let your money make money. Don't follow the pack. Lead the pack. That is tip number 5. Tip number 6, if you have an extra vehicle or just on the weekends when you're not necessarily using your vehicle so much, or heaven forbid you work from home, that's even better. Look into the service called Turo, which allows you to rent your car to individuals. It's like you become the enterprise, budget rental car person. You have to have some special different type of insurance on your vehicle for sharing your vehicle, but it's worth it. That way your vehicle could either pay for itself if you have a note, or you are generating more income using the items you already had. Check into Turo. I don't have a link for them, but check into Turo. It's not anything new. And see if a couple times a month you can lease your car out to an individual. And again, generate more income with the monies you already have. That is tip number 6. Tip number 7. I should just fill the screen with a bunch of cigarettes. No one should be smoking in 2023 for a variety of reasons. First, it's a killer. We've got no evidence that cigarettes has helped save anybody's life. More importantly, the prices are ridiculous. The last time I checked years ago was that they were about $7 to $8. They're probably up to $10 now. That's 2 packs of meat. Smoking is not worth it. I'm not saying go cold turkey today. We don't want anybody having a heart attack, going through withdrawals. I'm saying cut back. If you're doing 2 packs a day, go down to 1 pack a day. That's the extra food you can have. That's extra gas you can put in your car. I'm not saying stop, but cut back. Quit making the cigarette industry even richer and richer. And then it's killing you or causing you to have health issues, which is increasing your medical bills. I mean, it's just no way to win smoking. So let's cut back on smoking and use that money to buy us an extra steak this weekend. That's tip number 7. The weather is changing. That brings us to tip number 8. I know Edge, Planet Fitness are really going to be upset with me, but let's just cancel those memberships. We have enough outdoor activities to get the same exercise that we were getting in the gyms during the winter. The winter time, I understand the weather is bad and things like that. The weather has broke now. It's about to be hot again, baby. You can use those free tracks. You can use the free parks, and some parks actually have equipment on it that allows you to do some of your stationary exercises or weightlifting exercises. Let that gym membership go, and if you don't want to let it go, cut it down to the bare minimum, the cheapest one that they have, and use that money for gas, for food, or to pay some old creditors, because at the end of the day, our goal is to have great credit, less stress, and build wealth. You can't build wealth if all the money's going out the door. That's tip number 8. Tip number 9. You have cash in the bank already that you're probably not even using. It's called credit card points. You actually can get points on your credit card to get free items. Items you can use to give to people for their birthdays, for their holidays like Christmas. Stop spending your cash. Use your points on your credit cards that you're using already to buy other people gifts or to buy yourself something instead of spending some of your other money. That's tip number 9, which rolls into tip number 10. Now, credit unions are allowing you to use your debit card as a credit card and get reward points. Guess what? Those reward points can go toward paying on the credit card if it's just a credit card, or those reward points can be used to assist in travel, give you some travel discounts. And the biggest thing is you can be transferred or used for cash. Meaning, once you get to a certain point, and you'll be very shocked how fast you can get up to those numbers. You can turn those reward points, into cash, and nothing beats cash. That's tip number 10. I saved the best for last. You have money already sitting there. Just convert it to cash. If you have any other tips that you think or healthy ways we can save money on this channel, please, please, please comment at the bottom. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. And like I said, I'm putting together some information to give you some travel tips that we can use this summer, so that we don't have to spend as much money. And we don't necessarily have to increase our money. We just have to spend it wisely. And some of the activities that we do, we got to cut those down. Use that to pay off some of your creditors. Until the next time, Cindy says, health is wealth.